In our last session, we read the letter from the man who was dating a woman who insulted him and otherwise pretty much treated him like a dog all the time. Let me return to completing my answer to him. In our last session, I said that your relationship was pretty much doomed from the beginning because neither of you had received enough real love to participate in a healthy relationship. Because you're both empty and afraid, your girlfriend criticizes and uses you to get a feeling of power, and you let her do that in order to get a feeling of acceptance for yourself. It's a trade of imitation love that up to this point you've both been willing to live with. You've been willing because it's all you've ever known. It's what you've seen everyone around you do for a lifetime. But what a lousy way to live. So, what can you do differently here? Both of you need to learn how to tell the truth about yourselves and find the real love that will give you genuine happiness. To begin that process, one of you has to be a pioneer. One of you has to break this deadly cycle. And who better than you? Learn how to find real love by reading the book, Real Love, for example. Watch the DVDs, The Essentials of Real Love. As you feel more unconditionally loved, you'll be able to share that with your girlfriend and show her what real love is. If she wants to participate with you in an unconditionally loving relationship, that would be wonderful beyond your dreams. But she might not want to do that. Many people get so lost and stuck in their emptiness and their fear and their anger that they simply can't imagine living another way. If she doesn't show a profound, consistent interest in learning how to become unconditionally loving, you have a decision to make. Do you really want to stay in a relationship with someone who's not headed in the same direction as you? Do you really want to stay in a relationship with someone who will probably even make your own growth and happiness much harder to achieve? In some cases, in fact, one partner can completely bring the growth of another to a halt. Finding real love is a journey that requires many steps. You'll make lots of mistakes. You'll stumble and fall. To picture this even better, imagine that the journey toward finding real love is like climbing a mountain. Would you rather climb a mountain with a 100-pound pack on your back, or would you rather climb without any burden at all? Given the choice, climbing with the pack would be crazy. The climb is difficult enough without the added weight. Similarly, you can choose to follow the often uphill path that leads to real love with or without 100 pounds on your back. You're not in a relationship with her that has a lifetime commitment, so you're much more free to make this choice to stay with her or not. I really believe that your girlfriend is doing the best she can, but she has already demonstrated a strong tendency to hurt you and hold you back. This is not a criticism of her, just a description of how things are. And if she's not interested in learning and growing, and if you choose to stay in the relationship, her anger, her demands, and her criticism will make it very difficult for you to continue the process of feeling unconditionally loved. So, climb the mountain with a 100-pound pack or without. Which do you choose? If you choose to stay, it will be a long and difficult road. You must be prepared to love her without any expectation of return for a long time. No expectation of gratitude or respect or cooperation or return of affection. That's a tough road, but many have taken it. It's more difficult, but it's also quite a way to learn to become loving. What if you choose to leave? Part of you will be reluctant to leave her because you don't want to hurt her, but you must remember that she was empty and unhappy long before she met you, and your leaving won't make much difference in the long term, even though she will feel some pain in the very short term. It's likely that you'll also be afraid that if you leave her, you won't find anyone better. Have faith. As you find real love and learn how to share it with others, you will find a woman who is capable of loving you. It is a fact that as we become loving ourselves, we just naturally attract into our lives people who are like us. Whichever road you take, remember that it's always about real love. and never settle for anything less.